Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and welcome to CSBN. I'll be joined by Matt Michaels, calling your game today between your Carroll Chargers and Snider Campbell. As Rikers finished calling the junior varsity game in which Carroll defeated Snider 45-34. And now Matt is joining me and we will read the starting lineup.
Starting lineup right here for Carroll Chargers. We have number 5, Chandler White. Number 21, Jonathan Lewis. Who's a guard. Chandler White's also a guard. Adam Freiberger at guard. Number 41, Keller Gutierrez at forward. And number 51, John Winger at center. For the visiting Snider Panthers, number 5, Stephen Halstead, guard. Number 11, Nigel Billingsley, also a guard. Number 22, Garrett Miller at forward. Number 32, Jermaine Robinson at guard. And number 4, Josh Spencer at forward.
We're going to take a short pause for the national anthem. And then we will be back for tip-off. You're listening to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome back to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Matt Gill, and we'll be following the game today. If he was calling it, not coming. We're sorry about that. Well, set for tip-off, and it is won by John Wenger of Carroll, and will be lit up the floor by Adam Freiberger, who gives to freshman sensation Chandler White. And back to Freiberger now. Down low to White, he takes a shot quickly and does not get the roll, but nice rebound there by McKeenan down low. His shot off the bottom of the backboard. And Chandler White was the last one to touch it after knocking it out of the hands of Garrett Miller. Sort of quick, active start to this game. There's one lineup change that Keller Gutierrez is starting tonight for Carroll, and he is. I don't believe I've seen him in a varsity game yet this season.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different pace for the Chargers putting in Gutierrez, who plays a lot of JV, but didn't start on varsity tonight.
Yeah, he hopped up pretty quick all the way to the starter. Is stolen by Chandler White there quicker. And we know how much talent Chandler White has. Have you got to see him play yet?
Yeah, I saw him a couple weeks ago at Northside, and he just poured off. Had over 20 points. He was definitely their leader. He was exciting to watch.
Well, he is just a freshman too, and he is going to be a great player. I just feel it. The only thing that I can say bad about him is he's an Ohio State guy, and I don't want to end up here. As Joshua Spitnail puts in the first points of the game for Snider on a nice little drive to the hoop there, as Jonathan McKeeman takes it up the floor for Carroll, down 2-0 early in the first quarter. Driving to the front, and McKeeman is one of the, as he travels. McKeeman still, and he and Freiberger are the two main three-point threats for Carroll. How important do you think the three-point shooting is going to be tonight?
Well, I think it's big. Snider's got a good set of guys on their team, and you have to have guys such as McKeeman and Freiberger, your leaders. Freiberger being a junior and McKeeman the senior. You got to have those guys lead and hit some big shots. Those being three-pointers.
It's also good to have a pure shooter on the team. I mean, it's good to be able to count on guys like that to score a few points for you. A good post-up by Garrett Miller there on Chandler White, but he does not get the shot to fall, a little long. And White up the floor on Miller, loses it. Good defense by Miller, but it ends up in the hands of Adam Freiberger. Giving it to Keller Gutierrez, who I think is the type of hybrid power forward center type guy, but he's got pretty good range, can shoot the three. I think that's a good guy to have. But a good steal by Garrett Miller on Freiberger's pass, and he lays it in.
Going back to Keller Gutierrez. You're right. I think He's got a lot of range to him. He's a big guy and he's young. And I think giving him a start here as a sophomore is very exciting for this Carroll team because they're going into the future. They got a young guy, a big guy who they know will be there for the next 2 years coming forward.
Well, we can see a little bit of talent with him already. I think he's going to develop into a solid player for them.
And then him mixed with guys like Chandler White and Freiberger for next year. Freiberger being a senior on the team next year. I think they're definitely going to have a good season next season.
Well, we didn't really get a chance to talk about the key players in the game as Chandler White's going to inbound. He is one of them for Carroll, along with Tanner Ginder, John Wenger, and Mason Miller for Carroll. And Wenger and White are in the game right now. They're two of the starters. And for Snider, they have a deeper rotation. They have 8 key players. Garen Miller, Stephen Halstead, Josh Spitnell, as McKeeman passes to White, who lays it up and in and one. Nice play by White. Miller, Halstead, Josh Spitnell, Trayvon Covington, Reggie Blackman, Jermaine Robinson, Martez Brown, and Donovan O'Day.
Yeah, they got a lot of depth, that's for sure. So the Snider team's going to be a tough battle. But Chandler White made that last one. He's going for a 3-throw. He's had actually a couple good shots here at the beginning.
And the only thing I think Chandler White tries to do is, I think he forces a couple too many shots. A lot of star players do that.
Yeah.
I mean, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant come to mind for forcing shots. Nice steal by McKeeman. He leads Freiberger on the fast break. Down low. Oh, what a nice effort there. He should have went for the bank. Chandler White does and puts it in a double team.
That's great by Chandler White. Great rebound and the putback.
He has great athleticism.
Yeah.
And but both teams here, as Nigel Billingsley loses it out of bounds, both teams are a bit underachieving for their talent. Carroll's just 8 and 10, Snider 5 and 10. And Carroll is ranked number 120 in the state. It's a pretty even match game. Snider's number 138.
Yeah.
But in offense, Snider has a big edge, number 70 compared to number 281.
Yeah.
But in defense, Carroll has a big edge. They play the 2-3 zone, and they're number 19 in the state compared to number 218 for Snider.
Yeah. Well, going back to Carroll, talking about them, we're talking about their future. They got a lot of young guys. Of course, Chandler White being a sensation as a freshman. They got a good future, but they're struggling a bit this year. They don't have the number of wins that they put up the last few years, but let's see if they can get one here tonight against which would be a good quality one against a team that's pretty much well matched up with them.
Yeah, they're both, no offense to either team, but they're both kind of mediocre this season.
Yeah,
they're talented. I think they're a little bit young. A good job by Wenger to get out of that double team. I was here for the game a couple weeks ago when Gutierrez fakes the 3 when Wenger knocked down the shot at the buzzer for the win.
Oh yeah, that was
a fun game as Wenger down low. Oh wow, that's a mean roll, but gets the rebound and lays it in. Carroll has a 7-4 lead with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. As I was just done calling the JV game, as Carroll, plays the 2-3 zone almost all the time. What do you think of that? I mean, big element of the game.
Well, I mean, Carroll, it works. I think it works.
Nice turnaround shot by Garen Miller.
Nice. I mean, I don't know. It's most people will say it's not working for them this year, but again, they got a young team. I think they should just keep with it. They got good coaching and such. I think they should just stick with it.
Keller Gutierrez misses his first shot, in and out. Hakeem and the rebound. They are very active on the boards early, and I think it's very important to crush the boards, but Gutierrez does not hold on. He knocks it out of bounds inadvertently. Well, they'll go to Snider.
Well, talking about Gutierrez, even though that's a missed shot, that's a shot you want to take. That was a good shot by Gutierrez. Almost had it in, but he was wide open, and that's what you want to see from a young guy is confidence.
I can sort of compare him to a Chris Bosh type guy.
Yeah.
I mean, both left-handed, and Chris Bosh is not a travel on Nigel Billingsley, who was unhappy with the call. But I mean, they're both pretty good players down low. They both have a good mid-range jumper. And although not great three-point shooters, they both are a threat to shoot beyond the arc.
Right.
So I mean, he's not quite as athletic, I'd say, as a Chris Bosh type guy, but I definitely think he's got a lot of talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's definitely got a lot of upside to him, and it'll be exciting to see what he can do in the coming years here for Carroll.
Well, he takes a rest now. I definitely think he works very hard as McKeeman. Nice inbounds pass by Tanner Hinder, who's another travel here on McKeeman. He's had that problem this season.
The two travel calls that were called were great calls. Just too many steps there by McKeeman.
You got to be careful. Jeremy Lin doesn't have those problems. He turns the ball over and drives into the basket.
Linsanity.
And it's good being a Knicks fan now.
Yeah.
You know, finally. Three-pointer taken and made by Jared Harvey. He's just came into the game, and he's not one of our key players. Surprisingly, if he's making threes like that.
Yeah.
He's obviously a factor in the rotation, and Carroll almost got called for a 10-second call there.
Yeah, they were getting close there.
We did see one in the JV game as Wenger misses his second layup of the game and then is called for the foul. Nigel Billingsley goes down hard.
Well, that's what'll happen when the full court pressure. Snider, they get up a nice look there by Wenger. He just couldn't put it in, and he was kind of frustrated on that because he knew that was right there for him to take him.
Aaron Washington came into the game for Snider, and I like his flat top though. Like the hairstyle.
It looks good.
Yeah, I've always liked that. I just don't have enough hair to give myself one.
Yeah, it'll take a while for me to do that too.
That's all right. Billingsley drives, gives over to Jared Harvey, back over to Billingsley, guarded closely by Freiberger. Quick hard pass to Spitnail is off of his hands, and it will go back to Carroll as Chandler White and Keller Gutierrez are coming back in, along with Alex Hammond, as Wenger is coming out, along with Freiberger and McKeeman. So we're seeing a deeper team for Carroll already. I mean, I'm used to seeing them use only 7 or 8 guys for at least a quarter of the game, along with 1 or 2 guys for a little part of it. But I think having a deeper team is important.
Yeah.
As Hammond drives, the freshman to the other freshman, Chandler White, a more known freshman, forces a shot there a little short. And now quickly up the floor by Snider in the hands of Billingsley. Goes down low to Washington with the flat top. His shot no good. Rebound, and he's trying to sell a foul with Josh Spitnail. Does not, but it is off the hands of, I believe it was Chandler White, and he's very good. Snider. And we've already seen some bad travels, some dumb turnovers. How big a factor do you think that's going to be?
I think it's big. Not too many teams are making shots, so you got to put up as many shots as you possibly can and make them good shots. These turnovers are going to come back, I think, to kill both these teams at the end if they just continue to do this.
Well, I just think that it's a sloppy game. Both of these teams are playing.
You're going to get your opportunities, and both teams are going to do it, but I think the team that holds it down the most is going to be the
Jermaine Robinson knocks down a 3. He's one of our key players, and we've seen 2 threes from Snider already. Sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, you're good, man.
Chandler White drives. Another 4th shot. No good. He definitely seems to be forcing a few shots here.
Yeah.
Nice pass down low to Aaron Washington, but he cannot put in the layup. He is not happy. But the rebound is taken by Robinson, who just made the 3, and he is fouled.
That's a shot Snider should have made there.
Aaron Washington, I think he just got a little overconfident, thinking, bad 3 by Stephen Halstead there, way long. Washington drives, and this time puts it in. I love it when a guy drives the basket like that. Good.
That was a good-looking drive there.
I just think it's a smart thing when your guards can drive, and then if not to reference the Knicks again, as Ginder takes a shot and knocks it down from about 17 feet. But I've noticed that David's got very good court awareness, and he can drive the hoop, but when a couple guys converge on him, he's very good at finding some sharpshooters outside for 3 points.
It helps when you've got a Harvard brain and know what you're doing out on there at the court. He's a smart, bright player, and it's a big thing to be successful in any sport.
Just 2 seconds left in the half, and a great play by Joshua Spitnail. I'm sorry, we kind of lost track of the time left in the corner there, but a quick, smart play there by Robinson to pass it down low to Spitnail, who did a nice little tip-in with about 2 seconds left. Ends the first quarter with the Snider Panthers leading your Carroll Chargers 16-9 here from the Fieldhouse. And Matt, what do you think some of the keys are for both teams in the second quarter?
Well, for Carroll, it's holding on to the ball. The two travels that you referenced by McKeevan, I think really hurt the team, and they've got to take chance. I mean, they're a 7-point game. In basketball isn't much of anything. In high school more than others, it's a lot more. But Chandler White had a couple of shots down low that he could have made. Wanger missed one that was right there, and he wasn't happy about that. So they've had their shots and chances, and they're getting their shots and chances by driving inside the paint, driving the basketball more because they're getting their chances. And if you're Snider, I think you need to start doing almost the same thing. You want to drive the ball in a little bit more. You've had a couple good shots off that, and they've hit the outside three too. So if they can keep that together, Snider might walk out here with a W.
Well, I think my big key is defeating the 2-3 zone, and to do that, you have to penetrate. I mean, you got to have your guards drive the basket. I've seen it work, and that's the best way to beat the 2-3 zone. As a number 34, Jared Harvey takes a three, no good, rebounded by Darren Miller, who he misses the shot, does not get the lucky roll. And finally, Tony Orr comes up with it for Carroll. Gives to Jonathan McKeeman, who's had a pretty good chunk of that first quarter. He's normally a big factor. I've seen him score as much as 23 points, I believe.
Well, it doesn't help you when you're traveling the ball.
Speaking of driving the basket, Tony Orr does that. He is not able to convert. Keller Gutierrez the rebound out to Alex Hammond, gives to Ginder, and now in McKeeman's hands, guarded closely by Washington beyond the three-point line. Nice cut by Tony Orr, who lays it in, and he gets right by Jared Harvey.
Driving the basketball is really working for Carroll. They've missed a lot of opportunities, but I think it's working for them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think so. Oh. And they missed a little bit of an opportunity there, but Jermaine Robinson, he seems to be that sharpshooter for Snider. He's made the three and the long two there.
He's got the hot hand right there for him.
He scored 5 points to lead all scorers here. Score 18-11 Snider. Oh, nice play by McKeeman to find Ginder, but foot on the line. He cannot make it as Ginder was past half court. He thought that. I think he just a little bit of a rush. I saw that in the Not Top 10 on Sports Center a few days ago. JaVale McGee of the Wizards did that.
Oh, yeah, he's always in the Not Top 10.
He can be a klutz.
Yeah.
I believe that's a long two. They call it a three by Aaron Washington. And now Snider's really starting to open this game up already.
They're hitting their shots, and Carroll's not. That's really what it's coming down to.
And Ginder is fouled there, though. I believe the foul is on Aaron Washington, and the coach is talking to him. Coach John Toto. And what do you think he said to Washington right there?
I kind of missed the play. I wasn't really. It was Washington.
He fouled.
Was that the foul?
On the baseline, on Ginder.
I'm guessing something along the lines of. I'm guessing.
Well, Tony Orr knocked down a 15-foot jumper a moment ago to cut the lead to 8, but Garen Miller tries to answer. Cannot. Rebounded by Wenger. And I just think he's just saying, slow down, keep calm. I see talent in him. I just think his emotions can get the best of him a little bit. That's all. Nice play by Jermaine Robinson. 2-on-1 with Miller. Fouled by Wenger. Are they counting it? Did they count that? I'm not sure. I don't think they did, as he's going to get 2 shots at the line. Fouled by John Wenger. That is his second. So
that's probably the right call. I think he took the steps there after the foul.
Well, he did a pretty good job. He had his focus in the air.
That's for sure, but
he's got good body control. And I think that's a major element when it comes to being good at driving the basket. You have to have good body control.
Yeah, I know. It's
Jermaine Robinson, another long shot. This one no good. And I don't see very good boxing out here by Carroll. I mean, they don't have Wenger or Gutierrez. Oh, Gutierrez played good defense there, but he just ended up in Darren Miller's hands. And that's two.
Carroll's not getting the rebounds that they need.
Well, I saw the same problem in the JV game. The big guys are not doing a good job of boxing out. And when they are, like, boxing out their man, there's always another guy right down low that can grab the rebound. And that's definitely a adjustment that they will need to make.
Yeah, they're going to make this game interesting. They got to get their rebounds.
Well, the score is Snider 23, Carroll 13 here with just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter from the field house. We haven't seen Chandler White in a while here, and I think they need to put him in. Freiberger for 3. That one is way off. That is an air ball. Long off the glass, as there is a foul called, I believe, on Snider, on Stephen Halstead. And Chandler White, right as I say that, pops back up. He's about to come in with the game.
Well, definitely, when talking about Chandler White, he definitely has had a little bit of a struggle to start off the game. He's missed a couple inside shots that he makes a lot of times. And, maybe that's the reasoning behind sitting him more is trying to calm him. He's still a young guy, and that's what you have to realize. He might be your hard player as a freshman, but he's still a young guy, and he's still got time to learn a lot of new things and how to control stuff and, just how to calm down out there in the court.
I couldn't agree more with that. I just think he needs to be a little bit smarter. Nice pass by McKeeman, but Orr cannot finish, and he's had this problem before. He has not been very good at finishing near the basket.
Yeah, that was one that Orr would love to have back. He got a great pass there, and he's coming out for it, I think.
Well, he also has 2 fouls.
Yeah, he fouled him there at the end, and it's been a couple times where Carroll's tried to go up for the offensive rebound, and they fouled him.
Now we see like a 2-3 zone press almost.
Yeah.
Interesting looking press. They're like employing the 2-3 zone full court. I haven't seen that before.
That one's different.
It didn't really work there. So.
Yeah.
Nigel Billingsley gives over to Jermaine Robinson. Thinks better of the 3. It's guarded closely by McKeeman. Back to Billingsley. Guarded by White. Nice pass by Billingsley. Robinson decides not to shoot. Gives to Garen Miller, who does. His shot off the mark, a little to the right. And again, bad rebounding. Snider still has it. Thrown off of Chandler White and finally into the arms of Jonathan McKeeman. Like we just said, bad rebounding.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad for Carroll in the rebounding department tonight. That's how they're winning this game.
Well, White had a nice, good court awareness right there. Cross-court pass to McKeeman. He could not knock down the 3, but it was knocked out of bounds by Snider's Garen Miller, and McKeeman will come to inbound.
Well, rebounding, and it comes down to Carroll not making their shots and Snider making their shots. That's why it's a 10-point game right now.
Well, McKeeman will try again, same spot in the corner, and knocks it down. Get a little bit of appreciation from the crowd, who's been fairly quiet tonight. Yeah. And we know how Carroll has a very nice gym here, gets a pretty big crowd, and when you take them out of it, you're normally going to win. But
Carroll needed that one right there for sure.
Well, good little post-up there by Reginald Blackman. Reggie Blackman. That's just, you just can't defend that. I think the only thing you can do is just stand a little bit straighter in that situation, make it harder to shoot over you, but that's just uncoachable. That's a very good shot.
Yeah, Snider's impressed me with how they've, McKeeman hits a big 3, and then they come right back up with a nice shot.
Well, Freiberger drives, decides not to shoot. Oh, behind the back by Chandler White. He just misses the 3-point play. Did you see that behind the back?
Yeah, and I saw Neon Nation ready to explode there if you would have dropped that in, because that behind the back with a foul and an and one, that would have been really nice. That was some play though, nonetheless.
Well, he's also a good free throw shooter, which I think is underrated in the high school game as he knocks down the first. I mean, nobody takes it into effect too much. I mean, you don't see as many fouls and timeouts and strategizing here in the high school game, because it's, not as high a level of competition.
Yeah.
But I definitely think free throws are important as Chandler White knocks them both down. Free throws are definitely a bit underrated, and I think that a team that's better at the line in a close game is going to win, with all the fouls and everything.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You got to. I mean, that's a big part of the game still is making your free throw shots.
Jermaine Robinson for 3. That one long. Gutierrez jumped a little too early, so the rebound is taken by Reggie Blackman, but his shot is no good. Rebounded by Carroll. And, oh, that is a great play by Jared Harvey to get his feet set there. And that is the right call. Tanner Ginyer definitely had a step or two to try to slow himself down, make a spin move, maybe.
Yeah.
That is definitely the right call.
That was a gutsy play there by
Harvey.
Jared Harvey. Yeah, Jared Harvey just sitting there and taking that charge.
Is Mason Miller injured or something? Because
you'd think they'd put him in by now. He's a big three-point threat.
I'm pretty sure I saw him in a suit earlier. I don't see him on the bench. I think I see him at the end. Yeah.
You're right. He's in a shirt and tie.
I wonder what happened. And John Hester isn't on the team anymore either. So
yeah, what's up with that?
I believe he just quit.
That's unfortunate. He was an exciting player to watch.
I did notice though, his minutes went down, even though he was one of their better free throw shooters and a big presence inside.
They did, but I can tell you, he was an exciting player. As a fan, he was one of those fan favorites. He always got the crowd pumped up. What a fake there.
Tanner Ginyer did a nice fake, like you said. Gives to Gutierrez. Freiberger does not take the 3 like he normally does. And a travel's called. A good job by Jermaine Robinson to tie him up as he's trying to drive the lane.
Yeah, and another turnover by Carroll. It's not going to help you to get back in this game.
Well, we've seen a lot of bad turnovers. I mean, they've scored just 18 points here. Down 27-18 with a minute and a half to go, and you're in the first half. And what do you think has to improve here if they want to make a little mini run before halftime?
Well, I think they've, Snider, they're playing, I think, a lot better on defense. Snider's not getting the shots that they were getting in the beginning. Carroll's just not hitting their shots, and they're turning the ball over. That's, again, I think what it's coming down to.
Well, I agree. Nice drive and kick out to Robinson, but he is gone cold after starting hot. As Harvey, though, with good size, he is 6'2", gets the rebound out to Garen Miller, one of the key players, definitely, and that is a risky pass. And it is off of the knee, I believe, Joshua Spitnail, and it will go to Carroll with 55 seconds. With no shot clock in high school basketball, we were talking in the JV game about should they put a shot clock in. What do you think?
I think so. I think it. 35 seconds. In college, I think it's plenty enough to get a shot off, and it makes it makes the game a little more of a strategy.
I definitely agree. I think
it makes it more exciting.
Almost a backcourt violation now on Alex Hammond. Nice play, but to get it to Freiberger, he drives and went up fouled hard by Garen Miller, I believe. I think he should have just taken the shot before that. He had a little bit.
I've noticed that Freiberger is faked on shots and then tried to drive it up more, and he's not getting those shots. I think he should just kind of let it fly for a couple of these and see what that does, because right now Carroll's gone cold.
Well, they called the foul on Joshua Spitnail as the first free throw is no good, in and out.
Free throw line.
It has been a little bit ugly. Chandler White shot well, but nobody else really has had an opportunity. He might be the first one to shoot a free throw outside of White, and he knocks down the second. 1 of 2. That cuts the Snider lead to 27-19 with 20 seconds and counting. And now I think, this is fine. They can hold for 20 seconds. And I think 30 seconds, right in the middle of the NBA and the college is pretty good, 30 seconds.
It makes it more exciting, too. As a fan, just, knowing that the team has to get it off before that.
3 seconds left. Hook taken as Gutierrez football. Wow. From 3/4 court, hit the back of the rim. That almost went in. Right after Reggie Blackman couldn't get the right hook to fall. So that will end the first half with the score at Snider Panthers 27, your Carroll Chargers 19. And real quick here for our little halftime show, what do you think both teams need to improve on in the second half?
If you were to ask me this, with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter, Snider, it wouldn't be too much holding they were shooting well, but I'm going to say almost the same thing for both. Snider's gotten cold, especially from three-point land. They need to keep taking those outside shots, though, but they need to start hitting those. That's how they get a big lead. And if you're Carroll, you got to keep doing a lot of the same things. You got to keep driving the ball. Because I think they're doing a really good job of that and driving the ball. But, hopefully in the second half they'll just start dropping it. At halftime, that's what they're talking about. Kind of get those sort of drop them.
Shots and rebounds. Got it. Halftime adjustments. Those are my keys. We have
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome back to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. We're just about set to start the second half here. A Snider inbounds, and it is taken by Jermaine Robinson. And now in the hands of Nigel Billingsley, who didn't score in that half, but seemed to have a big defensive presence. And who do you think, Billingsley takes a three, no good. Foul called, though, as Garen Miller ended up on the ground. I'm not sure if the foul is on. He's away from the ball on Freiberger.
I didn't know if it was Gutierrez or Freiberger there on the foul.
So now that we're back to action here, who do you think is going to be the key players here for both teams? What a play by White.
I think it's that guy right there for Carroll.
And he almost got that one to fall.
I really do. I mean, I think he's taking good shots. Well, along with the rest of the guys, but he's one of the guys who's really driving it in. That was one of my keys, is they got to continue, they got to stay confident and keep driving it in. Because a guy like Chandler White, if he can drive it in, maybe get a couple fouls, we know how good of a free throw shooter he is.
And he's got two opportunities in the line right here.
Yeah, it could,
knocks down the first.
Yeah, now he can make this a 6-point game. I think Chandler White's the big factor here. He really hasn't gotten off to the start that we expected.
He's starting to heat up now a little bit, as he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line now.
That's who won him at the free throw line.
He's definitely, I believe he's their best shooter from the line.
Yeah, he's pretty good all around, but from the free throw line, he's definitely ahead of his years, that's for sure.
Well, that cuts the lead to 27-21. Nice backdoor cut by Garen Miller, but it's quickly sealed off by McKeeman. And now back up top in the hands of Nigel Billingsley. Back over to Garen Miller, who seems to be a more all-around player. He can go down low. He's got the three-point shot, but I believe he has an offensive foul there on a push-off.
Yeah, I thought maybe for a second it was on Gutierrez, but I guess they're calling it on Snider.
They're calling it on Jermaine Robinson, my mistake.
It must have been away from the ball.
Yep. Gutierrez inbounds to Freiberger, back to Gutierrez. Over to McKeeman and just get it across the line. Almost got 10 seconds as Wenger is open down low. Freiberger missed it. Gutierrez, he's got a 3-on-2 opportunity. He gets hacked though. Nice play to draw the foul there by Gutierrez. We'll see if he can shoot free throws.
That's what they need is guys, driving up again, forcing some fouls, and then getting to the free throw line. It's not the most exciting way to do it. Lead close, but points nonetheless.
As Gutierrez does make the first free throw, that's his first point of the night. Second free throw is up and good, so it seems like he can be another free throw shooter that can be counted upon.
Good-looking stroke there, that's for sure.
It cuts the lead of Snider down to 4, and they want a timeout.
I think that's a really good timeout there.
Definitely.
Snider, I almost expected them coming down there that it would, because Snider seemed like they dominated that, especially the second quarter there. But if you go in the locker room, it was only an 8-point game, and they've already trimmed it in half, with just free throws.
That's how they've scored all their points so far.
I think it's a great timeout, and it kind of just calms the Snider team down, and we'll see if it works for them. Hopefully not, but again, a great timeout.
Well, now while we have a quick moment here, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my New York Giants who won the Super Bowl last week.
Yeah.
Had to put that in.
Yeah, no, that's good. I hate New England, so I'm glad that Eli won another one.
That's good.
Eli's something.
He definitely had his best season. It was a nice turnaround play there by Josh Spitnail, who got it and the foul on a little underhand granny shot almost. That's an interesting way to score.
That was a nice shot. Nice turnaround. I think that just shows how good of a timeout that was there.
Yeah, good strategizing there. He obviously set up the play to go down low, and it worked.
Yeah.
And he converts the three-point play to give Snider a 30-23 lead. And the lead is already back up to 7. Freiberger gives to McKeeman now. Down to Chandler White. He drives. Nice pass down low to Wenger. He's stripped of it by Darren Miller, and apparently it went off Wenger's leg and is going back to Snider. Good defense.
By the way, Eli is still not better than Peyton, though.
He is in the playoffs.
Peyton Manning makes a 2-14 team a championship contender year in and year out. Eli has the defenses.
Well, I don't know about that because they were the first team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl after giving up more points than they scored.
Well, that was because they had no running game, and Eli wasn't. He didn't have the season. He was great in the postseason, but he was good in the regular season. But
he was. The running game wasn't. But, well, I think we could do football games too. We should start that up.
Man, I love football.
I
love basketball too. So.
Oh yeah, and baseball. We're gonna do baseball, right?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Multi-sport commentators there. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Snider turned the ball over while we were talking there, I believe, and now it is in the hands of Jonathan McKeeman right around the three-point line. Nice cut by White. He is fouled. He got his arm hacked on the way up. I think he's a smart player when it comes to drawing fouls. He's very good at that.
He's done it. I think this is his third time over the line.
He's 4 for 4
Yeah,
so far.
and he knows that he's a good free throw shooter, and
Not trying to pick one.
he's gonna get every opportunity he can to try to either score points or get fouled. And that's just kind of how he is. And again, he's ahead of his years. He's still young, got a lot to learn. But I tell you what, for a freshman, he's pretty smart.
And he knocks down both free throws, so he's 6 for 6 at the line now. He's up to 11 points, and that cuts the Snider lead to 5, 30-25. Now in the hands of Nigel Billingsley, gives up top to Jermaine Robinson. He drives on Gutierrez, who plays good defense on him. And what a spin by Billingsley on Hammond, who was just beaten, and gives down one to Spitnail, who had positioning on Winger and lays it in.
That was great. That was just a great setup there by Snider. Great pass, and
especially with Gutierrez, he was playing great defense there on a talented player. But Alex Hammond, the only other freshman on the varsity team, he just got burned on defense. He's got a bit to learn, but he's got talent too. And there's a bad pass by McKeeman out of the reach of John Winger. And this third quarter has been a little bit slow. There's still 5 minutes and 3 seconds left. It is a 7-point lead, and Carroll is just after getting off to a good start for the second half. They've gone cold. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with kind of their rhythm kind of being almost stopped up.
Chandler White had it stripped by Washington and won it. So you see the flow of emotion. That's what I was talking about earlier, and there's the talent. That was a great steal. Chandler White didn't seem too aware of where the Snider players were on that play. Now if Washington makes the free throw, it will be a 10-point lead again.
Just like
I think Carroll is going to call a timeout. They should call a timeout either way.
Yeah.
Because the free throw is good. He does not, as coach Marty Beasley decides not to call the timeout. And
letting him play.
I just think it would have been a smarter play to call timeout there. But Alex Hammond, who seems to be playing the point right now as a freshman. Chandler White, another good play to draw the foul on Josh Harvey. Jarrett Hammond, excuse me. That is his second foul, and that is the team's fifth. 2 more fouls for Snider, and Carroll will be in the bonus. As Tanner Ginder, who's normally a bigger factor, at least when it comes to getting minutes, is back into the game for, I believe, just the second time.
Yeah, which is a little questionable. Yeah.
Oh, what a pass by Hammond to White. Well, White did a great job on the backdoor cut there, and then a perfect pass by Hammond. And it's just great awareness to catch him right in that spot, because if he didn't, White wouldn't have had that opportunity.
Yeah, that was good setup there by Carroll.
I definitely agree. Jared Harvey has it up top, gives back to Billingsley. Spitnail, good job getting positioning on Wenger, but good, but he had good positioning. He seems to be
like Wenger.
Yeah. He seems to be good on defense, and he did a nice job there and got the rebound. So now Hammond, who's still playing the point, gives out to McKeeman, who's branched on the right elbow up top, gives to White, who I'm not sure if it was partially blocked or if he wanted to foul. It was not a smart shot, either way. He is still leading all scorers, though, with 13 points. But almost half that's come from the free throw line. So, I just think he needs to be a tiny bit smarter. But other than that, I mean, like you said, he's got a lot of wisdom. As Stephen Halstead misses his shot, White gets the rebound, and another that was stripped by Washington, just into the hands of McKeeman. Alex Hammond for three. He is way off the mark. The good box out there by Orr, getting the loose ball, giving it out to Ginder, and now Orr in the left corner. Drives, gives to McKeeman near the top of the key, now at the top of the key, trying to set up the offense, gives to Hammond, who's driving to his right. Nobody open here. Snider's playing good defense. As Ginder drives, gives to White. He's going to shoot. I knew it. That's the only thing. I mean, you just know he's going to shoot. And he was double teamed there. It's just not smart. A great strip by McKeeman, and last off Billingsley, who does not like the call. He better be careful or he's going to get a technical.
That one was close, though. Yeah, I think he almost has a case. It could have gone either way. I don't think it was a foul.
It wasn't a foul.
So I think that was the right call. I didn't think it was a foul from the start, but almost looked like the team was stripped out there, but maybe there was something I missed there.
I think that one should have stayed with Snider, to be honest. But, and that pass, and that is a hard foul by Hammond, and Washington hits the deck hard.
Yeah, that definitely was a real hard foul there by Hammond, just coming from behind. That was all he could really do, though, but an easy technical foul ball.
I think they called that one a flagrant foul as he misses the free throw. But,
well, yeah, just going to the line for the one or the two.
Maybe it is a technical foul. I think they called it a flagrant, but as Coach Beasley is saying something to Ginder there, but it was Hammond who got the foul. As Washington knocks down the second free throw, and I believe now Snider gets the ball. So, I mean, as we've seen, Washington doesn't have any fouls, and we've seen the talent from him. He shows more emotion than most players, but he does have 9 points with the flat top hair there. So. I definitely think he's one guy with a little bit of emotion is good to add to the team. As he drives, does not quite get that one. Jump ball is going to be called, and it is between Ginder and Garen Miller. The possession arrows with Carroll, so it would go to them. As Ginder is one of the few seniors on this team, he seems to be like a smart player. He doesn't seem to have a lot of offensive or defensive assets, you know. He's like a solid but not great player, I'd say.
Yeah, and again, he's a team leader. He's a senior. He's a team leader, and that's why we almost found it a little bit questionable that he didn't get more playing time in the first half.
Stephen Halstead for three, no good. No, what a rebound by Garen Miller, and that is Carroll's being outcoached when it comes to rebounding.
That sums up the game. Really, how it's been is
rebounding has just definitely been a major advantage for Snider, as Alex Hammond gives to Ginder, who drives, and I think he could have driven to the basket there. White tries to, and he is fouled on a hand check by Halstead, and that is his fourth, so he's going to have to come out of the game again.
Yeah.
And let's see, Jared Harvey's coming in, and so is Jermaine Robinson, and Spitdale's coming back in. Washington, Halstead, and They got 6 men on the court. And now, finally, Billingsley is going to come off also. You know, speaking of 6 guys, I remember reading about I think Louisiana Lafayette having 6 guys on the floor when they hit a game-winning shot against somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm sure the referees Orr does a nice job there. They draw the foul on, I'm not sure, was that on Miller? Yes, Darren Miller. That was his second. Now Snider has the lead 38-27 with a minute and 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Orr's first free throw up and well short. Almost an air ball there. You can see that.
Orr he struggled this game, and that's, I think, Carroll's first free throw miss. Or second. Yeah, I think they missed another one. You're right.
He did make the second free throw to cut the lead to 10. But Carroll's going to have some senior leadership here. What a backdoor cut by Harvey, but he could not put it in even though he was right on the doorstep, and the rebound by McKeeman. Up quickly to Chandler White. He drives, lays it in. It's very good play. I'm surprised he didn't draw a foul there. I'm sure the 2 sure points are fine too.
Yeah.
As Aaron Washington has it up top now. Crossover, nice pass down low to Spitnell. Oh, what a block by Chandler White. Man, what a great display of athleticism there.
Staying with Carroll as Snider tried to save it there. That's why he's their difference maker in this game, is because he can change the whole complexion of the game. And there's a lot of players on a lot of teams that can do that, but he's definitely that one for Carroll. He makes a nice drive to the basket, and then he makes that block and sets up Carroll for possibly making this game a 6-point game or a 5-point game.
McKeeman for 3. And it is a 5-point game. And White is definitely the X factor all around. But I think McKeeman is the offensive X factor. He needs to get going. That is the second 3. Freiberger the rebound. He only has 1 point tonight, so he's also going to have to start stroking it. But
yeah, he struggled tonight.
Well, that definitely that cut the lead to 38-33, 20 seconds, and I definitely think Carroll should hold for the final shot here.
Yep. Just kind of slow it down and get off a good shot going into the fourth quarter.
Get a little momentum. If you could cut the lead as close as 2. In 6 seconds now, you got to hurry. McKeeman drives to his left, gives to Gutierrez. With 2 seconds, he's way short. Air ball. Freiberger at the buzzer. Good awareness there. He did get the shot off, but just a little short. I'm not sure if Gutierrez's shot was partially blocked there, but I don't think so. I think
that's the shot you want, though. Wide open. Didn't make a great shot at all.
So in the third quarter, what did you see? What improved? What got worse? What needs to change for the fourth quarter?
I saw from Carroll. You saw little. I don't know, maybe a minute at a time a couple times where you seem like, they could maybe get this to a 2 to 1 point game, and I think that they can maybe steal this one away. But then Snider somehow, I think the timeout really helped them, and I think actually the quarter ending is going to help them, just kind of regrouping. But they came back with a lot of fire. Defensively, they made some nice plays and rebounded better, and they got to the line a couple times. I think Carroll has a nice chance, but they've got to get a good run for consistent, maybe half this quarter.
Preferably the second half of this quarter.
Well, yeah. But they got to get a good, consistent run and take the lead first. They got to worry about the lead first.
I agree.
Again, driving. 5 points is nothing. When you have 8 minutes left, that's a 3-pointer and a nice drive, and it took a couple seconds just to, dim it from 10 to 5. So Carroll's in this game for sure.
Well, we're set to start the fourth quarter, and it's inbounded by Snider into Billingsley now on the far side. As now it is going to be set up by Jermaine Robinson, who is one of their better shooters, but he's been called for most of the game. Darren Miller, he's got long arms. He was almost able to lay that one in from behind the hoop. He was fouled on by Chandler White. That is just his first foul. I think he's been smarter with not fouling. he could pick one up there, but he's had games where he scored like 20 points but fouled out.
Yeah.
So, and
he had a little word there for Mr. Robinson over there after that play. He kind of bumped right into him. He definitely has the demeanor in him as a freshman. He's not, well, I mean,
he's got the
big.
size.
He's
he doesn't
big.
have to be
he
scared,
have to be
scared of anybody.
But he's definitely a confident guy, is what I mean. And
that's all right. He's got the swagger, I guess.
Yep.
And I think that's a good thing to have. Yeah.
Especially from a young guy. I mean, that's exciting to know what you have in the future.
Well, Garen Miller knocks down both free throws, and he definitely seems to be their best all-around player. As now McKeeman gives to White in the left corner, gives to Gutierrez down low on the left block. And he tries to force one there. He thought he got fouled. No good. Quickly up the floor with Miller and gives back to Jermaine Robinson. And good defense there in the lane. Oh! Orr goes down hard, and Jermaine Robinson's going to pick up his third foul.
But you know, that was almost the same problem that they had earlier. Is Snider had a chance there to get a 9, maybe even 10-point lead. I mean, Carroll gets on a run and Snider answers. That's why I've been very impressed with Snider. That's why they win this game. They've had answers for everything that Carroll's given them. Hopefully Orr can hit these down and get this back to a 5-point game here with 7:14 left here in the fourth.
Well, one thing we didn't really touch base on too much is Orr misses the first is the foul situation. Snider is already put Carroll in the bonus. They've got a 1-and-1 for the next foul, and then after that they get 2 shots the rest of the way. And Carroll has 6 fouls, so next one will put Snider in the 1-and-1 bonus. Freiberger again passes up the 3.
Yeah, he's got it. I've seen that happen a lot with him and Ginder as well. They need to take those shots. I mean, maybe not that one, but that one was.
Yeah, I would have taken it.
That was close. You could have easily taken that.
Freiberger takes this one, and it is. From this angle, it looked really good.
That was in.
Just in and out, but a good save by White or horrible shot.
I almost thought a top block there, but I guess not. It was a really good shot.
I don't think so. Maybe it ended up going straight out of bounds.
Staying with Snider, so I'm guessing not.
Well, he's got to take smarter shots. He doesn't seem to be great on the offensive end. So Snider up 40-33 with 6.5 minutes left here and counting in the fourth quarter. Jermaine Robinson had the opportunity, but passes it up to take the 3. Guarded closely by Gutierrez. Now into Dan Halstead, and that one is off the leg of Chandler White. It will stay with Snider. As it will, Nigel Billingsley will take it and inbound it for, Snider, and gives to Robinson right back up to Billingsley. Takes McKeeman, gives to Halstead for 3, and he got it. Finally does something, and that's his first basket of the day after getting 4 fouls first. He's got to be careful, though. One more, he's out of the game. Now Snider up by 10.
He'll take that one, though. That was a big 3-point shot that Snider really kind of pulled it. If they can win this game, that can be really the shot that pulled this game away.
Well, Carroll's got to score here, I think. I mean, they're down by 10. There's 5.5 minutes left. It's still plenty of time. But they have to start making a run now, and John Winger does his part. Drives the basket, plays it right in to cut the lead to 8. Now you got to play some defense, and I just think that, and there's a travel on Halstead. As Coach John Todor is not happy about that call, but referee's calming him down there. No technical.
It was close, but I think that was a good call. I think he did take a
extra step.
Yeah, an extra step there.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's a good call. You got to be careful. You can't drag your pivot foot there, and that's where we've seen most of these travels from. When you aren't able to keep that pivot foot still. And gives to McKeeman. I'm not sure if that's a 3 or a 2. It doesn't matter. It is still good. And rebounded by Joshua Spitnell. Up the floor, Billingsley. Nice recognition to Halstead. Gives to Spitnell. Free throw line. Robinson for 3. Good. And that's got to be a momentum killer for Carroll there. It is now an 11-point game.
That one hurt.
46-35 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. As Chandler White out of control, but he still is able to draw the foul. Good sportsmanship there. Garen Miller, the sniper, is going to pull him up. It's good to see that in the high school game, especially.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's still a game, and you know, they're just still young kids, and you know, it is always good to see that. It's still a game, it's all fun, and yeah, again, it's nice to see that.
Well, Chandler White's going to get 2 more shots at the line where he is 6 of 6 already tonight. 7th one is up and good. Lucky 7. And that cuts the lead down to 10.
That's really impressive in the high school level.
It's hard to make 7 free throws at any level in a row.
It is. It's pretty impressive. It takes a lot of practice. Those free throws are really something that sets a lot of players, especially in, you know, pros, when they're talking about like who's better than who. Free throws set a lot of players away from the others sometimes.
And Chandler White knocks down 2 more. He is 8 of 8 at the free throw line tonight. Very impressive. He's got 17 points. Pulls Carroll within 9, and they've got to play some defense right here. Down 9 if they want to get in this game. 4.5 minutes to go. And a great behind-the-back play by Halstead that still gives back out to Billingsley, and he will slow it down again. He goes up top trying to drive on Freiberger. Gives to Jermaine Robinson, who's guarded closely by Ginder. Oh, what a great play by Robinson. And oh, what a block by Chandler White on the Gary Miller putback attempt. It will go back to Snider, but that's going to build a little bit of momentum for Carroll.
Chandler White's just one of those guys that, you know, a lot of things you do, you just constantly keep saying wow from his play. He's that exciting.
It is impressive. I definitely agree there. As Robinson, good defense by Freiberger, comes up with the steal, and Ginder will lead it up the court. 4 minutes to play, down by 9. Keller Gutierrez gives to Freiberger. He drives. I definitely think that's he shouldn't have taken that 3, but I also think he should have tried to get closer to the basket than that instead of taking a little jump shot 10 feet away on the left block.
You should have taken that 3 over taking that shot. I think the 3 had a better chance than the one he put up, but I agree with you. If he could have driven up a lot more, that would have been a lot better.
And that should have cut the lead to 7.
Yeah.
That's it. And now that he did also pick up a foul, and that will put Jermaine Robinson at the line for a 1-and-1. That is team foul number 7 on Carroll. As Robinson's first free throw is up and no good. Could not get the roll. Chandler White the rebound, and he does get a draw foul on Robinson, but that was close. I'm not sure if he even touched it.
Yeah, that was a questionable call. Helps though, because it's Chandler White you foul, and he's on the line.
And he's getting 2 shots here no matter what, because that is foul number 10 on Snider. So Carroll will be shooting 2 the rest of the way. And maybe they should just have White draw some fouls.
Just have White touch the ball at least once in the
I don't think it's a bad idea to have him go like 1-on-3 and then do a kick-out pass.
Oh, yeah.
To a McKeeman or a Ginder or somebody for a 3-pointer. As White's 9th free throw is up and good. 9 of 9 at the free throw line today for Chandler White, cutting the lead to 8, 46-38. With 3:48 to go, as Chandler White, going for 10 straight, is up and good. Very impressive. 10 of 10 at the free throw line today. A lot of players at the NBA level couldn't do that. And that free throw shooting is just going to become more of an asset as he progresses.
Yeah, it's amazing how at the freshman level he's already that automatic from the free throw line. It really is impressive. It says a lot about what type of player he is.
It also says a lot to me about his dedication to the game.
Exactly.
Washington, that 3's long. McKeeman, tough hustle play, and he did a good job holding off Reggie Blackman there so he couldn't get the ball. There's no interference call like there is in football or hockey there. So.
No, yeah, you can do that. That was a great smart play by the senior.
And that's the type of leadership they need. I think that's one of the reasons they have Tanner Ginder in there.
Yeah.
As McKeeman drives, gives to Ginder, smart enough not to take the bad 3 like that. Passes it up, gives to Wenger, who doesn't really have that type of range anyway. Gives to McKeeman, who drives. And there is a jump ball. It will stay with Carroll, though, because they have the possession now.
I almost think McKeeman should have taken that 3 that Wenger.
That is a great play, though, by Garen Miller. Just great stand-up defense. He definitely seems to be their best offensive player. He's got 12. 3 minutes, 7 seconds and counting here as the ball in the far corner in McKeeman's hands.
Good
and he will back it up.
Snider in the last couple of minutes. minutes guarding the 3.
And it's a 7-point game, so
Out of bounds,
Gutierrez.
yep, I saw that.
I did not spot that, but you and the referee both did. So.
Yeah, that one was good call there by a referee. It's a little disappointing there with your Gutierrez. But let's see if they can play some defense and try to get this one back.
Well, if they could get Halstead to draw a charge on him, he would foul out.
That would help.
He hasn't been too much of a factor in today's game. He is a key player.
He did have one big 3, but you're right, that's really about it.
That is it. Those are the only 3 points he scored tonight.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and they call a foul on Chandler White there. I did not see that. I think that Miller just lost his balance. I'm sorry, Billingsley just lost his balance there.
Yeah. I think even the one before that on Chandler White, the last 2 that have been called on White have been, could have gone really either way in my mind, but they'll get the free throw shots.
And it is no good. Billingsley does not hit. Carroll definitely seems to have the edge in free throws.
Yep, only missing 2.
And neither one of them by Chandler White, and he's taken 10 attempts. So, Hakeem and risky pass gets it to him, and banks it in. That is a good shot.
That was it.
That cuts the lead to 5.
Oh, man.
White must have gotten a hand check there. That would be foul number 3. And now he's starting to get in foul trouble. He better be careful. Pick up a 4th, and he's going to stay in for the rest of regulation.
Right.
Like if he has 4 fouls in overtime, if they get that far,
Yeah, you need him for this game. They're not going to win this game without him, I don't think. There's not another player like him.
Well, that is foul number 9, so that will be the last one-and-ones for them. Next foul will put Snider in the double bonus.
Foulling's helping them right now, though.
As they missed another free throw. So 2 minutes to play. McKeeman has the ball up top. The lead is 5, 46-41. As Keller Gutierrez has it. White takes a 3, and it is no good. Wenger could not quite get the rebound. Darren Miller, I thought his foot was on the inline.
That one was close.
McKeeman fouls him. That was an intentional foul. But that will give Billingsley 2 shots at the line, but I believe he's missed a couple already.
Well, if he only makes 1, you can almost call it a successful trip if you're Carroll, because you can come back.
As long as you don't let Snider get the rebound.
Yeah.
If Snider gets the rebound, they can take off a lot more time off the clock. Eventually Carroll will just foul. But Billingsley's first free throw is good, putting Snider up by 6. That is Billingsley's first point of the game. He hasn't been an offensive factor tonight. His free throw number 2 is up and good.
First 2 points couldn't have come at a better time for Snider, though.
Nope, I definitely agree. Makes it a 3-possession game, 48-41. A minute and a half to go and counting. McKeeman up top, and White's probably looking for White here. Trying to muscle his way around the screen, and the timeout is called by Marty Beasley, the coach of the Chargers. And both teams still have plenty of timeouts left.
Might as well use them. Can't take them to the next game. You can't.
Yep. They've still got 3 remaining. Snider's still got 4.
Yeah.
This game, it can take a while. Let's see what happens. A minute and a half to go. What do you think the coaches are telling their players here?
Well, Snider is responsible. You don't really need to take shots. You don't really at all. Hold the ball, be smart with it. If you're going to get fouled, give it to your best guy who's the best in the line.
Not exactly sure who that is, although Billingsley just hit 2 big free throws, with some pressure free throws near the end of the game. And then if you're Carroll, when you're on defense, you almost have to foul. And then when you're on offense, a 7-point game, you're going to need a couple outside shots. They haven't taken a ton of those tonight. You're going to need a couple of them, nonetheless. But again, there's still a minute 30. The first 2 possessions, you don't need 3s. If you have a chance, drive it in. You have Chandler White, you have John Wenger, you have Keller Gutierrez, and if you have open shots.
Oh, bad pass by White. Darren Miller lays it in. And that might seal this game. That's a 9-point game now.
That one hurt. That was a great play by Snider.
Oh, yeah, great hustle by Darren Miller. As Keller Gutierrez, I don't think that would have.
I think I mentioned for Snider is to steal the inbound pass. I think that's what I mentioned.
Well, you called it. As McKeeman drives, lays it in, cuts the lead to 7, and they got it. Oh, good play by White, but they couldn't come up with the steal. They got to trap Washington there. They do. Gutierrez. Oh, smart timeout by Snider.
Yeah, I think I forgot to mention that Snider should, here at the end of the game, first thing they do is steal the inbound pass.
You were definitely right there. They did steal the inbound pass. So the lead is 7 with 59.5 seconds to go. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Both teams in the double bonus. I think Snider was smart to call that timeout. They were about to have the ball stolen.
Yeah, they kind of got trapped down there near half court there. So I agree with you. I think it was a useful timeout.
Well, definitely smart. I mean, we've seen some good coaching decisions on when to call the timeouts tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I've been very impressed, mainly speaking, as regards to when to call timeouts at Snider. The little runs that Carroll's got on. Snider's called a couple of timeouts, and they've regrouped and really, it's a tough place to play if you're a big squad who's, even though evenly matched, still kind of underdogs. And Snider's been very impressive in that all-around coaching and players.
Well, they're able to inbound the ball to Halstead, and now Washington has, they got a foul, or does on Aaron Washington. He has 9 points. I believe he has at least one of those from the free throw line. That is Orr's 3rd foul, and it looks like McKeeman's going to come in for him. Well, after the free throw. So Washington with the flat top, he's got 9 points, and the first free throw is well long. He seems a little bit rattled there. Yes. McKeeman does come in for 4, and White's going to go closer to the basket for rebounding position.
Well, you're gonna need McKeeman in now because it's 50 seconds left, and now you're gonna need to take a ton of outside shots because that's really all you can take at this point.
Washington misses both free throws, so White
make it different.
White's driving the hoop instead, lays it. Oh, he tries the little left-handed scoop. It doesn't work.
Snider's defense knew that was coming.
Yep. I'll take a shot. Or Halstead, I think Ginder might have been able to take a charge on him. I think it might be too little, too late. It's 50-43. That's Wenger's 3rd foul.
Time's ticking by fast for Carroll.
Well, Halstead's going to get his first opportunity from the line tonight. The first free throw up and good. His 4th point of the night gives Snider an 8-point lead. And with 37.8 seconds left, I just don't see Carroll overcoming this one.
It's a bad sign when it's dead silent for a visiting player to take a free throw shot.
Yep, and he makes the second one as well. So 9 points, and now it's 3-point shooting time. White drives the basket instead, takes a little shot from the elbow, and knocks it down. Cuts the lead to 7 with exactly 30 seconds left in this game.
That's amazing. 45 points, more than that.
Well, he's been a big factor. I mean, the other players on the floor, Ginder's got 2, McKeeman has 8. Gutierrez, has 2, and Wenger has 4. And that is, they just don't have enough balance. I mean, it's predictable that Chandler White's going to be taking the shots.
And just kind of like that last basket, the try that he took. Snider knew really what was coming. They had 3 guys inside the lane there. Really backing off from the guy they were guarding, knowing that Chandler White would just drive it in there and get off the layup that he usually can get off. Definitely it's going to be a long shot for Carroll, but again, there's 30 seconds left. You have guys like John McKeeman. You have guys like Adam Freiberger. You have guys like Tater Hinder right now. Looks like they
inbounds play for defense.
Okay, yeah, I bet you're right.
Oh, that was close. White almost was able to get Halstead fouled out there, but they call a blocking foul, and now White has 4 with 28.9 seconds to go. It is a 7-point game, so all you can really hope here is a couple of missed free throws, a couple of made shots at the other end quickly.
Yeah, this is really going to come down to if Carroll can win the game or not, is these Snider free throws.
The first one is up and good, as Halstead seems very calm now under the pressure.
Halstead only has 6 points, but his 6 points have been really, really big here. I think they've all come in this fourth quarter. They've been really, really important here for Snider in this game.
As he knocks them both down, he's 4 of 4 from the line now. So the score 54-45, 9-point game. McKeeman drives, gives to White on the screen, behind the back, gives to Gutierrez for 3, way off the mark. As McKeeman is going to foul Halstead again. He's made 4 straight.
Yep,
that should wrap this game up, barring a miracle.
That Gutierrez missing.
I just think even if he made the 3,
well, yeah, but that one really solidified it.
Close the game now. I definitely agree. 17 seconds left, a 9-point deficit. I mean, crazier things have happened. I just haven't seen them. It's just very unlikely as Halstead makes another free throw. So the lead is 10, and make it. Nope, he can't make it 11 yet. As Wenger gets the rebound, gives to White. He goes behind the back twice, gives to Ginder, and that pass off of White's hands, Garen Miller. Almost trying to save it, and does with 3 seconds left. And that will, a jump ball with 1 second to go. I don't see the point of that. It will stay with Snider. Washington inbounds to Billingsley, and that will end the game.
Big win for Snider.
They did a good job coming into Carroll, a tough place to play, and kept the crowd out of it. The 6th man, I guess. And the final score here from the fieldhouse, the Snider Panthers 55, your Carroll Chargers 45. And we will be right back with the postgame show.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome back to the postgame show here on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. The final score here from the fieldhouse is Snider 55, Carroll 45. Let's recap, what did Snider do to win the game?
Well, in the first half, it was the fact of rebounding. They really made a name for rebounding in the first half. I think that's what got them to jump out to that lead. And in the first quarter, I think it was an 8-point game. It really stayed to about 10, 11-point game. They got out to that. They made it 3 threes, and that's really all they needed because Carroll wasn't making 3. They made McKeeman at 2 threes, I think. And I think that there might have been a few more 3s scattered in there.
There's definitely some clutch timely shooting by Snider. They made some free throws, then knocked down a 3 at a big point in the game, which just extended the lead and made it pretty much impossible for Carroll to come back.
Carroll had those little runs, but I think Carroll just got out-coached and outplayed today.
Out-rebounded is definitely one of them.
Well, yeah, that was the big thing in the first half was the rebounding, and I think that's how Snider got out to that 8-point lead was the early rebound. I mean, they consistently out-rebounded Carroll, but in that first half, that first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, they really made it. They made that the big part of the game. They out-rebounded, got to that 8-point lead, and it really stayed that way. And Carroll just it's too much to come back for them.
Outside of the rebounding, what else do you think Carroll is going to work on for their next game, which is, I believe, against North Side?
I really believe that they've they've got to they got to stay confident and keep driving the ball. And I said that a lot throughout the game. They have guys like Chandler White, and they have guys like John Wenger. And if you can drive in and make some shots, and then here and there you can kick it out to Freiberger, you can kick it out to McKeeman. I think Keller Gutierrez, even though he had some bad three-point shots, he has some range at times.
A little off the mark in today's
game. So, I mean, again, this team's young, and we've said that a lot this year. They've got a young team, and, you've probably heard Chandler White's name on just this broadcast alone one or two times.
That's it?
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy you can build your team around, and this team has I think confidence is really the big thing. They've got to stay confident and just keep practicing, making those inside shots, and then that'll open up more of the kick-out shots that they had earlier when they played Northrop. They kicked it out to McKeeman a lot with those big threes. Against Northside earlier this year, the McKeeman was big, and Mason Miller was, and that was another thing. Mason Miller not playing.
He's definitely a swing man they can use, a stretch four. I normally use just a three. And he can knock down those threes. And not having him, he's a big three-point threat taken out of the equation.
He's an exciting player to watch, and comes off the bench, and he gives a lot of energy to a team. Plus, he's a junior. He's got a lot of experience. He's a team leader. And off the bench, a lot of guys feed off that in his play. So, maybe, again, getting healthy, but, again, if you're a team, you can't make that an excuse. You just got to have, it's cliche, but it's true. You got to have the next man step up. And, a little kudos to Alex Hammond. We haven't seen a lot of him play on varsity.
He seems like he could be a pretty good point guard.
As a freshman, he played pretty good. He had that one sick pass down low to Chandler White.
Was pretty cool.
He's got a lot of upside to him too. So, this team's got
talent.
His team's got talent. It's just all about confidence and continuing to practice as a team and working as a team a lot better. This team, it's good, but there's definitely a reason that they're kind of 500. They have their games where they work as a team, and then they have their games where it falls off a little bit.
I think that sometimes they don't share the ball enough. Like, they don't spread the wealth, I guess. Chandler White did half the scoring tonight, so they're definitely going to have to at least, make some of the other players more of a factor.
Well, such as that Northrop game earlier this year, like I was saying, McKeeman was big in that game. Chandler White was barely a factor.
Right.
So you don't, in games like this where you're getting out-rebounded, I think you need to have a guy like Chandler White, be your main player. But in every game, you don't have to rely on Chandler. And I think you're right on that. And it's not just Chandler White. I'm talking about, you mentioned that, just having guys, just wanting to take too many shots. And you'll get that from a young team. And this team is mainly young. And that's just something that you got to work on when it comes to practice. And as they work more as a team, that'll get better.
Well, that's about it for me. Do you have anything else to add?
No. A little disappointed tonight, but we'll see if we can get the next one.
All right. Well, once again, the final score here from the Carroll Charger Fieldhouse: Snider Panthers 55, your Carroll Chargers 45. So for Matt Michael, I'm Matthew James. One more thing I could add real quick before we wrap this up is the upcoming broadcast here on CSBN. Just 3 left. Friday the 17th against Northside. Big game Saturday when they're home to North Central, number 2 in the state.
Yep.
So if they could pull that one off, that'd be a big win. And then finally, next Friday, February 24th, against Warsaw here at home.
Well, definitely, we'd love to have you listen to us, but as of Carroll, we'd love to see you here as well. So if you can get out here, that'd be great, and cheer on your Chargers. 2 big games, North Central and Warsaw here at home. But of course, if you can't, then we'll be right here for you.
Yeah, come listen to us here on CSBN.
Yep.
All right, well, that does it here for Matt, and I'm Matt Michael. I'm Matthew James. Come back next time here to CSBN.
Yep, you've been listening to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.